we got to have the Mount Rushmore
Okay.
of Baltimore athletes.
Ooh, I love it. Oh, yeah. I mean,
Or from Baltimore.
Cal
Anyone from
Ripken.
Baltimore.
we could do a cultural. We could do a
Cultural.
we could do a cultural, and we could do a
right.
athlete. I mean, if we're talking athletes, obviously, Cal's got to be on there. It really comes down to, I think Cal's got to be on there. Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, and then, I mean,
What's telling you in your head right now?
I
see it.
it's just hard. My answer,
Don't say it. Are you gonna say it?
I don't think I can.
Is there something about him?
There is something about him, right? I'm not gonna say there's not something about him. It's a split. I know that's a fucking complete coward's way out, but it's the quarterback slot, and it's a split right now, Lamar and Flacco. But Lamar is so fucking like, obviously this is a joke character, and I love Flacco, and he is he's the fucking man, Super Bowl MVP. It's insane, one of my favorite athletes. But Lamar is just like, I just think he does get shit on a little too much. And obviously, there's people who love him. I'm not going to say that he just has detractors, but he's so fucking good. He's so electric. I think it's got to be Lamar, man.
All right.
What were your thoughts on the resurgence of Joe Flacco in Cleveland last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me not to root for, like, at the end of the day, I was not scared of that team. And it's like, part of me, I mean, wait, did he actually sign with the Steelers, or is that a rumor?
No, I don't
No.
think
Flacco
so.
didn't sign. Good,
No.
right? No.
I haven't heard
I saw a
that yet.
rumor that he might. Anyway, so
That would
thank
hurt.
God. That would have been brutal. That would have been fucking
What is it
brutal.
about Joe Flacco?
I mean, this run, honestly, that's also another reason I picked this game, is that, like, I think what is that, like, yeah, he had a legendary run, and I think he's fucking really good, and to be able to do this, you have to be one of the best. Like, it's crazy. The amount of people that go on who have their best football during a Super Bowl run it's the best thing of all time. But I think there's something about him. He feels relatable. He's a Mid-Atlantic guy. He seems like a guy you might have grown up with. It's cool, from kind of, I think he's like from the Philly burbs. He went to Delaware.
Yeah.
He went to fucking Delaware. He played in Baltimore. It's like he's got that. I know, even though he's not from Baltimore, he feels like a guy from Baltimore. It was never complicated. The motherfucker just threw he threw a beautiful deep ball.
And he was faster than what people.
Yeah.
Like we used to. I remember Bill always talking about Flacco. Like, don't let this motherfucker out the pocket.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just telling you, when he gets going, he's hard to bring down.
Yeah,
he's a big fucking guy.
He's fucking huge.
He's a big guy.
He's huge. And I think there was just something awesome about him where it was like, I also think there's a relatability in some ways, even though, again, world-class quarterback, you shouldn't relate to him. You have nothing. The average fucking idiot on his couch has nothing in common with Joe Flacco. But at the end of the day, it's like he is from Delaware. Like he is a guy from around where we're from, and nobody really believed in him at any point. He put his money, and I think for me anyway, and for other people, I think you could watch that and get inspired and be like, I just need to fucking get it together when it fucking matters. And, like, I could be a fucking legend forever. And Joe we had great years, and I loved rooting for him, but I think it was, like, the combination of getting you a Super Bowl and just, like, how relatable and how much, like, people will ask him now in interviews, like, oh, do you, and they'll kind of try and get him to, like, talk about how good the Ravens are, but he's still like, I'm playing, motherfucker. I'm still in the league. If I want the Ravens to, and I like that attitude.
Yeah.
It's like, he doesn't see it as, like, this, like, retirement tour. He sees it as like, I'm doing this. Fucking sign me. And I fucking love that, dude. Even though here's the other thing, he might be wrong, right?
Yeah.
But you need that belief. If you have to believe in yourself more than anyone else to be successful with these hard things. And he was like, for like him, Giannis, like sports guys can absolutely inspire you in your life for that. And I take a lot of that from Flacco and obviously Giannis for how hard Giannis is, like, work ethic, coming from nothing to being one of the best. And it's just sort of that kind of underdog story. And the fact that it ends with a Super Bowl, and not just Super Bowl, but a Super Bowl that has Ray Lewis retires. Ed Reed got one with us because, Reed is my favorite Raven, even though Ray obviously is a legend. But he was just so fucking cool, and he was just so incredibly good. And it was just such a special, like, That kind of Super Bowl keeps you going. Now, did I want us to win this year? Absolutely. I love Lamar. He's gaining on Reed for me because he's just incredible to watch and he's so fucking good. And I would have loved. There was like the numerology every 12 years, the quarterback's 28 years old. I thought for sure we were winning because of that dumb bullshit. And then it would have been, if we had gotten that one, I literally wouldn't have needed another Super Bowl for the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
3 at really pivotal points in my life would have been great. But we'll get him this year.
So Ed Reed, we'll jump into this Baltimore team.
Yes.
Good segues, Ed Reed. I remember Ed Reed's last year. He lit me up in Baltimore.
Yeah.
You remember that? I don't know if you remember that. We ended up losing. It was 2000. It was this year. It was the game that I played in. Ed Reed came and he lit me up on a post.
Damn.
And he just was so swaggy about it. Like he was just a competitor.
So cool.
Bill used to literally show like a 40 play cut up of Ed Reed every time we played him. And we're like, Bill, we saw this 6 weeks ago. And he's like, he just show another cut up like Ed Reed, this fuck. He loves.
That's the one Venn diagram for me and Bill Belichick is our admiration for Ed Reed is how much we respect him. Because I've seen him talk about that and that is fucking cool, yeah. And he'll show those where it's like how smart he was to like he was playing mind games with Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
It's insane. And not only that, but he'll return kicks. He'll lateral. Like those.
He'll block kicks.
He's so,
up and under. We used
so
to
good.
show all our special teams his up and under move on blocking kicks because he was that legendary. So Ed Reed's one of your favorite guys from this team.
For sure.
Ray Lewis, you love him.
Absolutely.
Joe Flacco.
Ray Lewis and Ogden. See, Ogden gets forgotten in the like Ray Lewis because Ray Lewis obviously
Ogden was really good.
You know, but like it doesn't happen without Ogden. They draft those guys the same year. That was and like those are the cornerstones of our franchise. And he's in many ways, I feel like Ogden is what the perfect left tackle became. You know, it's like that he got drafted a long fucking time ago. And now it was just like he was so good. It's insane. He was kind of like Tim Duncan, where it's like it's kind of boring and gets forgotten. But I don't think we win that first Super Bowl without him for sure. And it's like he does get a little. I want to give him his credit because to me it's him. I think of him and Ray Lewis as the initial stars that got us off the ground together. And I feel like he gets forgotten too much. Offensive lineman, that's going to happen. But,
it happens.
And also his personality. He's just like a kind of a quiet, chill guy. He's not, that he's not doing the sick dances that everybody sees. He's
linemen are in their own world
for sure.
And
you kind of have to be. You're getting,
but they're the reason.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the trenches. I mean, you listen to all the guys. It starts in the trenches. It's true.